Hello, everybody. This is Catholic Dad, episode number 191. What a bunch of hypocrites. I'm talking today about George Stephanopoulos, who interviewed Donald Trump in the White House. He had 48 hours of access, and he comes out and he says that Donald Trump would listen to foreigners who did Oppo research on his competition within the presidential election. And now they're calling for impeachment. And they've been calling for impeachment since before he even got elected. But the funny part is they're calling for impeachment because he would actually talk to foreigners, which is really quite interesting because the people that have been trying to impeach him, the Mueller report and everything else, was based upon a dossier. And the dossier was actually foreign intelligence that was paid for by the DNC and the Hillary Foundation. And so these people that are calling for impeachment on Donald Trump, they're the same ones that have been supporting the dossier and the whole Russian collusion, which was all fabricated based upon foreign intelligence that was actually paid for by the DNC and several law firms that it was funneled through. What a bunch of damn hypocrites. Now, Donald Trump is the President of the United States of America. His job is actually to run foreign policy and be the executive branch of government. How do you run foreign policy if you don't talk to foreigners? And now they're saying you can't even talk to foreigners when they tell you things about your opponents. That there was once a time in America that was called diplomacy, that you could actually go and talk to foreign nations and actually gather research based upon what foreign nations tell you. The whole meddling in the foreign affairs, foreign governments meddling in our affairs, talking to them does not meddle in your affairs. Getting information from them that they freely offer to you doesn't count as meddling in your election cycle. What actually counts as meddling in your election cycle is when you take dollars raised through the political process and you pay opposition research law firms, GB Fusion, and also Christopher Steele, part of MI6, the British intelligence agencies, and they go and they scrape together some false allegations about a potential president of the United States of America, and this is utilized to spy on his campaign. That is meddling in foreign nations meddling in affairs, and it's actually foreign nations meddling in affairs which were paid for by the people that are actually trying to defeat the person that they were meddling in affairs for. So I don't understand. What a bunch of damn hypocrites. How come George Stephanopoulos doesn't point this out, that the whole media, everybody's been behind the impeachment of Donald Trump based upon foreign governments meddling in our affairs, which was paid for by the opposition of Donald Trump. Yet when he says something like, I would listen to somebody that wanted to talk to me about my fellow candidate, how is that possible? Like, what if it's the truth? He's not paying for the information. He's not actually going out and getting it. But if somebody wants to come and tell you, Hillary Clinton has a dogfighting ring, then yeah, you can use that. How is that like treason or espionage or anything else? That's not a high crime at all. It's called listening. It's actually called diplomacy. It's actually called running your government. It's actually called, being competitive in election cycles. And so these hypocrites on the left, I don't realize if they realize how dumb they appear to the average person that has any logic and reason in their brains. But when they obviously have been doing the exact same thing they're accusing Donald Trump for, but to a way worse degree, and then they say he has to be impeached because he says he would listen to a foreigner about opposition research on the candidate he's going against. I don't get it. It's so damn hypocritical, it's ridiculous. And frankly, I don't think they realize how stupid they look, because the average voter essentially wants, a sound government. They want a foreign policy. They want an immigration policy. They want a government that works reasonably well. They don't want all these false allegations and this the dirty politics and deep state stuff. This kind of stuff ticks pretty much everybody off. And so keep pushing, guys. If you keep pushing harder from the left, what's going to happen? You're going to lose even bigger in the next election cycle. And so, you want a bunch of congressional seats because every incumbent president actually loses, congressional seats in the midterms, which Donald Trump did. Well, you know what? You keep doing this, you're going to lose all those seats back, and then you're going to lose the presidency of the United States of America, and then you're going to have all three houses that went away from you guys. Why? Because you guys are playing dirty politics, and it's dirty, it's disgusting, it's hypocritical, it's garbage too, and everybody realizes it. So anyway, not really a religious tone tonight. So this is Catholic Dad making you think about it. A bunch of damn hypocrites on the left here and in the media and everything else. And if you find yourself, mind you, saying Trump needs to be impeached, you know what? Come up with a cogent argument other than, hey, he listens to foreigners, or hey, he actually does diplomacy. Because and actually see what you supported his impeachment. Why? Based upon research that was exactly what you're accusing him of. So don't be a hypocrite. Stop it. Stop it. Like, let's play fair politics here and stop doing this. And this is Catholic Dad making you think about it. Please like or subscribe. Live a sacramental life, get the Mass, and pray the daily rosary.